Well, hey guys, Thorzax here, and I'm back, and welcome back to another episode. Now, today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going out to the range, and we're going to be test firing the Henley & Gibbs 50, and also the 148 grain hollow base wad cutter mold from MP molds. And our two test guns are going to be the Bill Davis Smith & Wesson, and we're also going to be shooting the Model 14. And you guys both have seen these two, and they're superbly accurate guns. Now, the Vita Varie N320, I've never fired it before, so I have no idea what it's going to give us in the way of performance. So we're taking and we're walking out on faith here, and we're going to see what kind of groups that we're going to get. Bullseye powder has always been a staple, and good results have always been with Bullseye. But, you know, that's kind of a cheater. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and check out the Vita Varie N320 and see how it groups and see how it fires with these bullets. And the next time we check in, we'll be out at the range. Well, guys, got a little bit of news here. Now, I tried the N320 with 2.7 grains, and it turned out to be a failure. The average velocity I got was anywhere between 450 and 500 feet per second, and it was just way too slow. I didn't get accuracy out there. I was able to hit the black. But I think that the accuracy was influenced by the slowness of the bullet. It just wasn't moving fast enough. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to move on, and we're going to shoot N320, and we're going to go up to 3.1 grains. So we're going to give this a whirl, and this is with the Henley & Gibbs wad cutter. I'm still thinking that this is too light of a load to really propel it at a speed where it'll be accurate. So bear with me. Okay guys, I already got a couple of shots down there, so here we go.
$621. $575. $560. $553.
Okay guys, that isn't too bad. Got to lower my aim a little bit, so we'll try again. Same target, 5 more shots. By the way, this is 3.1 grains of N320. I'm getting a little bit of unburnt powder here, so bear with me. Okay, 5 more shots.
5,148. 539. 593.
That 5,148 is actually 514. So let's take a look and see how that went. Ended a little bit low, but I can see that it's grouping, and I think we need to come up on our powder charge a little bit. So anyway, when I get a cold range, I'll go down and I'll change targets, and we'll bring that one back. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, here we go, guys, and this is the 148 grain MP mold, hollow base wad cutter. We're using 3.1 grains of N320, and we're going to see how this goes. Now I'm keeping an aim point, but I'm shooting for group, so I'm not trying to hit the X-ring. We'll just see about accuracy here and velocity. Nothing.
678.
What's her doing, huh? What's her doing?
734.
What's her doing?
So you got a metal shop house or metal shop here at your house?
714.
I got a welding machine,
That's
that's about
about it. Huh?
it. No, I don't need that nightmare.
Now, well, I was watching a YouTube video a guy sent me. Guy made a lower, the lower for an AR lower out of beer cans. Showed him melting them all down. He turns it into
Yeah.
he turned them into ingots to start with. Then he melted them down again after he made a mold. Actually made a mold using the lower sand mold.
Those went off with a little more authority. And I think it's because
Of course, he had
a little bit.
$100,000 worth of machinery sitting in his garage.
That's the
Because
problem with
Yeah.
the weight of the bullet.
That's the problem. You get a whole lot of money.
And they all shot high.
Nobody wants to pay for it.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the drawing
think it was
board
just
and
a guy
hold
that he-
low into the target.
You
We'll
know,
try
he-
that again. That's been
He had the tooling, and
Not too
I
impressive.
think I can do this.
He's over here talking to himself. He's got a camera going. No, Mike, I retired from that.
No, I'm just curious.
I retired from that.
100-yard line going home.
So here we go. Another 5 more shots. I'm going to hold lower into the bowl. See if we can get him into the black.
Oh, yeah, there's been holes in it for about 3 weeks. Right here.
4,993. 716. 726.
Well, I was thinking they took those caps off. The top of the cut one of the flanges off, cut it.
716.
I mean, if nothing else, it would take away the temptation to shoot at the screws. Plus, also, if you put a hole in one of those, you're going to go right now.
There you go, 5 shots. 4 shots, excuse me, got one more. Okay, that one didn't register. I wonder what's going on with the chronograph. Maybe I gotta put the sky screens up. It's a little better. You know. I'm pretty impressed with that MP mold. That shoots pretty good. You know, for home cast bullets, that's great. So let's try some more. But this time, let's shoot for accuracy, and we'll go ahead and we'll take down the chronograph. Okay? We had an average of 716 feet per second with 3.1 grains of N320, and I'm pretty much satisfied in that area there. About 700, below 750 feet per second with the 158 grain, I mean the 148 grain bullet seems to shoot real well. At least the MP mold. Now the H&G 50, I'm going to have to go ahead and load that up a little bit, and I'm going to have to use a different powder for it. So anyway, when we get back, we'll try some accuracy shots. Okay, fellas, no more messing around. We are going to shoot some targets. Let's see how well this groups. This is the M&P mold, 148 grain wad cutter. Same load, 3.1 grains of 320. Okay, 5 shots. Move on to 5 shots. Make a 10-shot group out of it.
Yard line cold.
100's going cold? Alright, thanks. Okay. Not that bad. Let's try 5 more shots. Okay. Yeah. Try again. 5 more shots. By the way, all these shots so far is working with the Bill Davis company. I haven't got the 14 out yet. Yeah. Looks promising. Okay, we'll give the Bill Davis gun a little bit of a wipe down here. Just to cut the thread, you know, while it's still kind of soft. So we'll go up, get that target out, and then we'll shoot the 14. So we'll be right back. Okay, fellas, this is going to be lesson model 14. I don't know exactly where she's going to print, but I'm going to hold at 6 o'clock and see how this works.
From the black powder that gives it that.
There we go.
And so it's still corrosive. Okay? But anyway, he shot 15 rounds out of his, took it home and left it. This is when we were at the other round. Later, fired 15 more rounds, and he said, round number 30 went down just as easy as it. Yeah, there was no ash and residue. I'm going to go cold so I go hang those 2 targets.
Yeah,
Going
first
cold.
Okay. So get our second shot. Okay. Well, I squeezed off a couple of them low, but with a little practice, a little more sighting in, I think things would kind of improve on that. We can try 5 more shots. See how this works. Okay. Last 4 shots, guys. Actually, last 5 shots. Got last 5 shots here. And this is with 3.1 grains of N320 with the MP mold. 148 grain hollow base. I'll tell you one thing, Joe Davis gun likes it. And I'm pretty sure that as time marches on, I'll stumble upon different coatings with different powders that will give better results. This shot being done at 25 yards. And something too, to clean these pistols. These pistols have been dirty since the last time I went out here and shot. So, you know, I shoot with a foul ball. Last one. So anyway, that's it. That's 148 grain MP mold.
100 yard going hot.
Yeah. Bring that up to a center hold. I got a winner. So anyway, that's it. And when we get back to the hacienda, we'll get some coffee and we'll go ahead and we'll talk about it. We'll see our groups. And I'll see you then. Well, hey guys, back at the hacienda. What we're gonna do is we're gonna evaluate kind of what we did here today. Things we found out, you know, things that we have recorded and such. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go into the Haley and Gibbs target. Where's that? Okay, I believe this is it. Now I was able to hold the 10 ring, okay, with the Henley and Gibbs, but the Henley and Gibbs was, you know, it had a velocity of like anywhere between 450 and 525, something like that, and it wasn't enough to really stabilize the bullet, I don't believe. So Vita Varie N320. We're gonna abandon that for the wad cutter, the Henley and Gibbs 50 right now, hollow base. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try Bullseye or Unique, one or the other. The results that I got, let me see here now. Oh, the results that I got with the MP mold. Now I squeezed off some of those shots low before I actually knew what the heck was going on, and I ended up having to, you know, hold straight. Well, excuse me, not low. I actually ended up shooting high, and then I ended up having to bring the front sight down to a 6 o'clock hold. And once I got into a 6 o'clock hold, she started to group really good. So that was with N320. I think N320 will be a winner if we increase the volume a little bit with the MP mold, you know, the hollow base wad cutter. You know, we're still shooting okay. You know, some of that's me, but you know, overall, I believe the gun is reacting to it. Now, mostly all these shots, for instance, were all shot, with the MP mold. And a couple of these targets were with Bill Davis, and I think one of these targets was with the Model 17. I think I have a 20 round group with a 17. I think this is it. So, first impressions. Well, this little guy right here needs to find some powder. And like I said, it weighs 132 grains. I'm going to go ahead and try Bullseye, and then I'm going to try Unique, and we're going to try, getting this little bugger to shoot. So that was kind of operator error. 2.7 grains of N320 wasn't enough. This on the MP bullet, I was really impressed with this bullet. This bullet shot really well. This weighs 148 grains right out of the mold, even with the hollow base. So we are going to be trying some different loads with that later. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I really don't really have much else to say. I mean, we had a good time out there at the range. Got to meet a few people. Here's another thing, too, that I went ahead and found out. There's a little bit of politics going on out at the range. And one of the things, now I've contacted the president of the club, and he referred me to the senior range officer who runs the ranges. But it appears that we have a bunch of nervous Nellies out there. And, this is just speculation. This is just speculation. I'm not accusing people. I don't know this for a fact. But I think we got some people out there that what they're doing is they're getting together in a knitting circle, okay? And what they are doing is they're steering, okay, these little range rules, okay? And it's the range officers that are doing this, and then what they're doing is they're coming out and saying, well, this is the club policy. Well, no, it's not. I talked to Larry. I talked to Doug. It's not. That's not. You got nothing. It's not written down in black and white. You can talk about your, the range operating procedure. You can talk about all that stuff all you want as a range officer. The bottom line is I just talked to the head dudes. And those guys don't even know what the heck you guys are talking about. So the whole thing was standing, shooting with one hand, not having to wrest it off of a bucket or any other of this stuff. Those guys get together and I think they just fill themselves with wild stories. Like, I was out here the other day and this guy went out and he had this big 44 Magnum and he shot straight up in the air and, it did this and it did that and blah, 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 and it's stuff that never happened, He's just trying to make his day interesting by telling a, big tall story about something like that. And the next thing you know, they get into it. And the next thing you know, some other guy's got to top that story about some idiot, thing that happened and blah, blah, blah. And talk about how unsafe everybody is and blah. And the next thing you know, you got this range police. Okay. The range police is out there on the range and it gets out of control. And that's why you got to go to the top. I emailed the club president and I explained to him the situation. He went ahead and turned it over to Larry, which is our senior range officer. Larry went and wrote me back. He says, you get some names and I'm going to talk to those guys. So he says, there is no restrictions on the 50-yard line. Give me some names and the time that it happened, and I'll talk to those guys. They're not supposed to be doing that, So that's how you get around things. You eventually you can talk to those guys until you're blue in the face. They feel like they're enforcing something on their authority that's club policy, when actually they don't have the authority to make policy, and it isn't the club policy, it's their policy, and it's the way that they want to run their range, and it's not their range, it's the club members' range. It's the people that come in and want to use the range's range. So, you know, it's something I think that every club deals with. So anyway, this is Thor's Axe. You guys have a good day. I'm going to have some coffee, and the next time that we go ahead and load up some the hollow base wad cutters, we're going to be loading these up with either Unique or Bullseye, and we're going to be taking them out there with the same 2 pistols, and we're going to shoot them across the course. I did go and take my chronograph out today, and I tried to get some 5-shot strings on that. If any of you guys own the Pro Chrono, let me know what's going on there, because I'll shoot a shot and it won't record it. And then I'll shoot another shot and then it'll record that one. Or I'll shoot a shot and it'll say 5,309. I mean, I know for a fact that that bullet wasn't going 5,309 feet per second. So maybe I got to put the sky screens on it or whatever. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever used it. So anyway, so there we go. Until next time, guys. Thor's Axe. Checking out.